Hey, it's Deanna and Justin.
I am exhausted. This is the most tired I've ever been in my whole life.
You've you've
Ever.
been. Let's clear things up. You have been in Nashville
Yeah.
because you were
Do
interviewing celebrities.
you want to know how this came about? Last weekend, I drove to the weddings, okay? Or 2 weekends ago. Life has just, I forgot what day it was because we got fired. Being on the road, you just don't know days.
Yeah.
I went to a wedding. On Monday, I stopped at my buddy's house in Carbondale, and I was in the back porch, and there were deer outside. So we were just watching deer, and then XTU called and said, "Can you drive to Nashville on Friday?" And I said, "Yeah," and then knew no details. So then on Friday, we split it up over 3 days.
Yeah.
Because the CMA Awards were on Wednesday, and someone couldn't go that was supposed to go. So then I go. And I had no idea what I was getting into. Like we did stops. We stopped at Buc-ee's. You know what Buc-ee's is?
I don't.
Dude. All right. So Buc-ee's
But
is
I
a
saw
gas
the video
station.
of you eating something from there.
Buc-ee's is a gas station that's like renowned, and they used to only be in Texas. Now they're all
Okay.
over the South. It's 120 gas pumps. And then the actual gas station is the size of Walmart. They have a full shop of like stuff, like country stuff, walls of snacks, walls of drinks. The soda fountains are 6 people deep across the whole back end. The cleanest bathrooms ever, which is the best part of it. It's a rest stop.
Okay, so is this like the South's version of the Wall Drug?
Yeah, but it's just more. Wall Drug's the biggest pharmacy or whatever. It took us, we went to the Buc-ee's by Dolly World.
Yeah.
Dollywood.
Dollywood?
Dollywood. It's not wood. It's wood, which is in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, which is the most chaotic town I've ever been to. It's all commercialized. Like there's Dolly Parton's Dixie Stampede. There's a Medieval Times. There's everything you could imagine in 1 mile. It took us 20 minutes to get into the Buc-ee's, and it took us a half hour to leave. Not inside, in traffic. It's not really a rest stop.
What can you get there?
Name something.
Oh, ice cream.
There's like 50 of them. They have a cookie dough station.
Okay. So it is like a wall drug. You can get ice cream, you get coffee, you can get souvenirs, you can get
You can buy a smoker outside.
maps.
They had you know what the best part was? The ice was only $1 for a bag, which I thought was nice. And they have fresh brisket sandwiches. So we did Dollywood, and then we went right to there, and then we drove to Nashville, which isn't bad. Now, on the way back, we drove straight through.
It sounds like a lot.
We drove 12 and a half hours.
Oh, my gosh.
So I went to sleep in my own bed.
Did you take turns?
Yeah, we traded off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Goodness.
So we drove down. We stopped at one of the XT guys' parents' house, stayed there.
Okay.
Went to Dr. Pepper's grave, which when you get to Dr. Pepper's grave, there's a Dr. Pepper there. You know what's crazy? You want to hear a fun fact about Dr. Pepper? He didn't invent it. Someone else invented it
What?
and named it after him.
Wait a minute. I was watching
Charles Taylor Pepper.
I guess I was
is his
okay,
name.
but I thought that was Dr. Pepper.
It is Dr. Pepper's. The soda's named after that guy. He hired somebody. They made the soda and then they named it after him.
Oh.
Which, if I could pick something to be named after, I don't know if soda would be at the top of the list. Maybe like a cheese would be the top of my list. Named after a cheese.
I don't know. What would I want to be named after? I would want to be named after something like glamorous. Like,
But everybody loves cheese. Not everybody loves glamour.
Name like a jewel out. If you find some kind
Could
of
be a
like
new jewel,
rare jewel that just unearthed itself.
Deanna, right. Like that's what it would
Yeah.
be. They all have unattractive names before they're like real names,
Right.
So then we went to Bristol, Tennessee. Listen, if you're listening to this, and you too, Bristol, Tennessee, which is next to Bristol, Virginia, they share a border.
Yeah.
Is like the nicest small town I've ever been to. And it's crazy because it's where all the bars are, the middle of the street's the state line. So there's cops on one side and cops from the other state on the other side. And one side, you can participate in the herb, and the other side, you can't. So people just walk across the street to garden, in quotation marks.
No way.
And then they go back to the other side. It's wild. It's where Bristol Speedway is for NASCAR and stuff like that.
Okay.
Great. It's 7.5 hours away from Philly. It's worth a weekend trip. Huh. I'm telling you. The little cabins you can stay in. It was so nice.
Never knew it existed.
So we go down. The biggest takeaway from going to Nashville is that multiple people think that I am a mildly successful country singer. Have you ever had?
What? Because of
Dude,
how you dress or what?
It is. The whole bit was we're crashing the CMA Awards. Now we had passes in. Don't tell anybody.
Well, I
But
figured
we
as
had to
much.
play it up.
Yeah.
And they knew we were coming, so we stopped and get outfits. We're all countryed out. Not really. I look like I went with Jeff from XTU. He wore country clothing.
You tried on a lot of country outfits.
I dressed like an artist. So we get there, okay? And we're doing 45 different interviews in 2 days, okay?
Yeah.
And they say can you take jelly roll in 2 minutes? You have 2 minutes. You have 3 minutes to interview.
They just throw that kind of stuff at you.
Boom, boom, boom,
you have
boom, boom.
No time to prep.
Luke Bryan, zero prep. They're just he's here, and he's like, yo, Justin. I'm like, all right, here we go. I'm like, at least you kind of remember me. We get there, and we're gonna have 45 different people. So I'm like, let's get something for all them to autograph, so we can auction it off for St. Jude. It's always the first thing on how mind is how can we make money for charity? So we walk around Nashville the night before. And we're looking in stores for stuff, something white, something light, so we can sign it. We settle on a cowboy hat.
Right.
We don't buy anything.
It's just something old, new, borrowed in blue, for weddings. But this
Cowboy
time,
hat.
it's something white, something light.
Yes.
Something you can, I don't know,
sign,
carry through the night.
Yeah. So we're walking around. First off, the first thing we do is text Gavin DeGraw, which is blowing my mind, to see if he's at his. Deanna. I have no effing idea how I wound up where I was this weekend. It just happened.
Who texted
Jeff knows Gavin DeGraw.
He knows him?
He knows him.
They're just buddies?
Let me tell you, I'm buddies with everybody after this weekend.
What the hell?
So he's not there. So after we eat dinner at Gavin DeGraw's bar, which is the biggest grossing bar in Nashville, they have 7 floors. It makes the most money. Yeah, so he doesn't have to work. He just has to own the bar.
And this is wild.
Jeff was like, how do I text Gavin DeGraw? And I'm like, well, we got to do
What do you mean, how?
He's like, how do I act? Because, they hung out together. Jeff also paid his bill for drinks one time. And I'm like, dude, he's a billionaire. Whatever.
Gavin DeGraw.
I told him to text him.
Let him pick up the tab.
I don't want to be annoying. I just use his. Use his. That's the only word I know from the song. Use his words, whatever. So the next day we get there to
it's wild.
We're 3 floors below the top of this hotel. We're in a bunker because they're shipping people in on cars to get interviewed.
Oh.
To get interviewed. And it's just I'm just standing there, and there's Luke Bryan, Jelly Roll, Lainey Wilson.
They're just hanging out.
Luke effing Combs.
Yeah. Oh,
which is
my husband
insane.
had such a case of FOMO seeing you next to Luke. He's like, Justin met Luke Combs. How?
I want to know if he made a comment on something with us standing next to each other. We're the same height, which is worth this whole trip.
Yeah.
I just want to say,
oddly,
the whole trip was worth it for that.
Similar.
Yeah. So now that's the leading picture on my dating app now. Is me and Luke Combs.
You and Luke Combs.
Absolutely.
He's pretty great.
So we get there, and there's a stand of free stuff. There is about 60 different types of boots you can get, about 10 different types of cowboy hats. And there's a guy customizing the cowboy hats with an old Seeger, I think they're called, sewing machine.
Yeah.
So we get there, and I go, the one girl we work with here said, go sweet talk them and see if they'll give you a cowboy hat. So I walk up to 2 of the most beautiful women I've ever seen in my life, Aisha and Layla. And I'm like, hey, can I get a hat? And they look at me, and they're like, yeah, what size? I'm like, it's going to be for a charity eventually. I just want to get one.
Right.
But I said 7 5/8, 7.5. She goes, well, the size will be a little different, so we'll size you up for it. So they bring me a couple. I'm like, well, I'll take the gray skin one. And they're telling me about the hat or whatever. So I take the hat. I walk back in the room, and I look at it, and it's $300 hat. Okay. So we get the first person in. They sign it. We're getting if you know country, Russell Dickerson signs it. Luke signs it. We're all these people. And the one girl I'm with, who works for the company, is like, oh, I'm going to go get a hat now. I go, yeah, they just walk up and just be nice and be like, hey, this is my size. I really like them. So she leaves, and she comes back 13 seconds later. And she goes, it's only for country artists only. And then in my head, I went, oh, they think I'm a big effing deal. Big deal.
You got a hat and no one else did.
I got a hat. Lowly part-time Justin XTU. They thought I was either Luke Combs.
No.
Or they thought there's a guy, Nate Smith, who has a beard, though. They both have beards. But they thought that I was like a new up-and-coming songwriter, country artist, and they gave me free stuff. So the weekend starts, the 2 days start winding down. The only people walking out with hats are large country artists and like 2 nationally syndicated hosts on Sirius XM and me. And it's here. It's in the office back there all signed. So I played it. If you walk in life like you're supposed to be somewhere.
You've said this before
fine.
and it works.
It worked. And it worked for me.
I think it only works for you though.
But I can't sing.
You've got this stature about you that most people don't want to mess with. I'm going to be honest. I don't think it would work for everyone.
And I just got free stuff. And I should have tried to get boots because I don't know. I wore Doc Martens, which are not good to stand on all day. They're supposed to be, but they're not. My feet hurt so bad now. And I got it. And I tried to get another one. There's like legit people who have been on television, like on Good Morning America getting hats, and me. Who wasn't supposed to be there and only was there 3 days before. Like, was told 3 days before. It was awesome. I did go viral real quick. I'm viral on TikTok because me and Jelly Roll, I wasn't going to do the interview with him. And he's like, "You're dressed well. Get over here, brother." And I'm like, "All right." And he's like, "Most fat people don't dress and smell well." And I went, "This is awesome."
Oh, my gosh.
And I said, "I'm wearing Dior." And he goes, "Congratulations. I'm wearing cannabis." And then I go, "All right." So I put the clip on TikTok, and it has like 50,000 views now.
Wow.
And it went I sat there at one point. We went to a record label party. I'm sorry I'm talking so much, but so much happened. We went to a record label party, and it was Dustin Lynch on stage, Lainey Wilson, Jelly Roll, and Jason Aldean. And before them, Billy Gibbons from ZZ Top showed up.
No way.
I'm at the bar with Lara Spencer from Good Morning America.
Oh, my gosh.
DJ Silver's there. He's like, it's insane. Whatever. And I'm like, I literally out loud to myself during a Jason Aldean song said, in front of this like beautiful, everybody down there's hot, whatever. Like this influencer lady next to me, I go, "How the hell did I wind up here?" And then we drove 12 hours home the next day, and that's the end of Nashville.
Gosh.
But everybody's cool. That's why I like country music, because no one big time knows except somebody, but I'm not going to tell you who it is. Because she's very popular right now.
A wild time. It sounds very exciting. And I was living vicariously watching all these videos because the most exciting thing that happened to me while you were meeting celebrities is a woman apparently shot herself in the bathroom where my aunt was having her surprise 60th birthday party.
All right, so I saw the videos of okay. All right, so I saw you're at a hall and they opened the doors because you posted pictures over a couple days.
Yes. I'm only laughing because that's not what happened. Okay.
Oh, I thought. That would have been great.
No, I mean it doesn't. That would make me sound like a terrible human being. Some woman shot herself. I'm not laughing at that. Like I'm laughing because it's ridiculous, and this. It was a rumor.
Was it a Sunday party?
It was a rumor.
Before you get into
it was a Friday night.
Hell yeah, let's go. No more Sunday parties.
It was a Friday night, and
did it get wild?
At an FOP lodge.
Oh,
by the way.
Hell.
Okay,
yes.
so
beers.
my cousins did a really great job of pulling this off. It was a whole month before my aunt's birthday.
How old was she turned?
60.
Okay, so it's a big one.
So it was 60th surprise.
Yeah.
And before she got there, they had to caution tape off the women's bathroom and not allow anyone in it because a woman walked out bleeding.
Now,
and like from her stomach.
I honestly, if I would go to a bathroom and see caution tape, I would say, who blew this up? Like, who pooped so bad?
Well,
it was around Halloween though, so it could have been a decoration.
It was a little wild. It could have been.
All right, so what happened?
It was a little wild. It happened right before I got there. So when I walked in, of course, all my cousins are telling me about it, and then my one youngest cousin, he's like spreading all these wild rumors. He's like, "I think she shot herself." I don't know. So we don't actually know.
Well, you don't know what happened.
We don't actually know what happened. I got more.
Do you think she ate there?
I got more of a story later on at night from a more, I would say, responsible cousin.
Okay.
that what they think happened is that she fell and hit her head.
Oh no.
Because she had like blood, like all over.
But everybody at the party just said she shot herself.
But everyone just kept telling us that somebody in the bathroom shot themselves. And I was like, this is insane. Like, why are we even, please no one tell Aunt Mary this because it's her birthday. We don't want to ruin it.
You should have said that. She got in a sword fight with the little cocktail swords. That's why she's bleeding on her head.
It was wild. She was okay. She went off with the ambulance and no, she was.
Was she with the party?
She was not attempting to harm herself. We have no idea who she was. We don't know who she was, how she got there.
But how, you have to rent the lodge out.
Right. So, and
she was just crashing the lodge.
This was a pretty nice FOP lodge. There were multiple rooms and there were multiple events going on at once.
Okay.
And this was in our bathroom, in our private room that we had rented, like my family had rented.
She might have been bleeding before she got to the bathroom.
She might have been. I don't know what ended up, becoming of her. I don't know. All I know is that she did actually get escorted out. So she was walking. She was okay. But I just don't know the real story. My family's just a little ridiculous and had us all, up in arms.
That's how you remember Aunt Mary's birthday.
But that's how I remember Aunt Mary's birthday.
Shout out Mare.
Because allegedly
someone shot themselves.
It was a little crazy. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie.
I don't think I've ever bled outside walking out of a bathroom.
I don't think I
hemorrhoids maybe, but that's about it.
Oh my goodness.
Well, I had them from my appendix.
Oh.
It's a whole thing.
TMI.
I know. Well, we're not on the air, so.
Okay.
We can talk about hemorrhoids. We probably could talk about hemorrhoids on the radio, but now we're talking about it on the podcast.
Let's not talk about hemorrhoids.
Yeah, sit on a little cushion, the whole thing. A little life raft for your butt.
Anyway, yeah, so that was a little. So that may have been what contributed to us just being like utterly exhausted for, I would say, I feel like I've been walking like a zombie the last week and a half. My mom came over my house to hang out with me.
And she bled in the bathroom.
And she yawned so many times.
Yeah.
Sitting on my couch in a 5-minute span and loud audible yawns like, oh, like kind of the
contagious yawn.
Yeah, like the obnoxious yawn. I thought to myself, number one, why don't you just go home?
Yeah.
Number two, how many yawns before you leave?
Was she bored or did she want you, was she begging for attention?
She was tired.
Go home.
She attempted to, so she made herself a cup of coffee so that she could perk up and continue hanging out with me, which I appreciate the effort. But it made me think, how many yawns before you take yourself home? If you're out somewhere, if you're like, what do you think is the rule?
But I have a weird yawn thing because I wear contacts. So when my eyes get dry, I have to yawn to moisten them up. Because like if you do, like I do a yawn right now, it makes your eyes water. It makes your eyes water.
It doesn't make my eyes water.
I thought this was normal. Make sure that was like a sigh.
No, that was a yawn.
So like people get mad at me because I'm yawning late at night, and I'm like, it's my contacts. I was at a wedding.
It's my contact.
And there was this girl who was severely attractive. I don't know if that's the right word. Very attractive. She's like, you keep yawning, and I go, it's because I have dry eyes. Dry
eye.
Yeah,
that makes me yawn.
Yeah,
that guy's voice.
But that's
Clear
why
eye.
That's why I was yawning, because I got dry eyes. I'm a dry guy.
I've never.
This is a thing.
Yawning's never made my eyes water.
This is a real. This isn't crazy. I'm not crazy. I'm real.
I mean, whatever works for you, man.
That's what I do. So I yawn, but like yawns in public.
Yeah, how many yawns in public before you leave, before you remove yourself?
People said I yawned in college radio, but apparently it was because I was breathing heavy. So I'm conscious of my yawns. I try and hide them though. Do you like yawn into your shirt or you're like your arm? Now I gotta yawn. Every time I say yawn, I gotta yawn.
Well, here's the thing. I've struggled with this before. I've realized that I am an outward yawner. Like I don't cover the yawn up. So it really looks kind of disrespectful if I'm in someone's company.
And you don't notice it though. That's the thing. Like it's like a burp that sneaks up on you and you don't know you burped.
Yeah.
Disrespectful yawn. My eyes are watering again because I yawned.
Well.
But I do like I'm trying to think of the noise I make. I'm like, or sometimes I do like, as a kid, or when you have like a baby makes a noise and like, and then you go, over the mouth.
Yes.
Yeah. I try and do it with my yawn. So I'm like,
oh my God.
Sound like a goat.
I don't know.
I mean?
I feel like I feel like we've got to set a rule of thumb here. Like, if I was at my mom's house and I yawned.
She would say something quickly, though.
If I yawned, she would be like, go home, go to bed. If I yawned more than once, I would take myself away. I'd say, okay, I'm going to go home because I'm clearly tired.
My yawniverse is different than yours, though. Like, I'm yawning for different reasons.
Your yawniverse?
Yeah, yawniverse. The yawnscape that I live in.
Yeah.
Yawnscape instead of landscape. The yawnscape. I'm yawning for different reasons. You yawn because you're tired. I yawn because I'm dry.
So, do you...
And also tired.
And okay, so it could be one of two things.
Dry and tired.
Dry and tired.
Or it just comes out of me sometimes.
If there were two words to describe you.
Very dry. That's my dating app. Very dry and very tired. That's why all the country, like all my dating apps now are just country people that I met, and I hope it works. It kind of worked a little bit. I guess it's like a humble brag.
Did you Did you make any matches?
Yeah, well,
while you were in Nashville,
I tried to get in with one of the country stars, Megan Maroney. She's cripplingly hot.
Did it work?
There was only, I'll tell you in a second. There's only a few people in my life where I'm like, that you meet them and you're like, you are like just so beautiful.
Breathtakingly, yes.
Kelsey Ballerini just didn't know words out of my mouth. She was signing our hat and I went, I love signatures. And she was like, what? I'm like, I have bad handwriting. And she goes, oh, so do I. And like totally like assimilated with me.
Oh my God.
And then I met, dude, I was like, I love signatures. Because I do. I'm a signature nerd. I like, people have good signatures. I always tell them.
I thought for a second
dude,
that you were just so dumbfounded that you just said
She's so beautiful. She's so good looking.
I love signatures.
And
like Forrest Gump.
I had to stop myself a few times. I met Lainey Wilson.
Jenny. I love signatures.
She was the only hugger. I went to shake her hand and she hugged me and I was like, oh God. But I didn't sniff. I'm pissed I didn't sniff. I just wanted to see if she smelled like angels.
Oh my God.
And then who else? Maddie and Tay, they were there. And Tay, I'm like country crushes her. And then she touched my arm and I was like, Jesus, I have to stop.
I didn't meet any celebrities lately. I met a neighbor of mine.
It could be a celebrity.
This morning.
Yeah.
He knows my dog. He doesn't know me.
Well, your dog's a celebrity.
He said, is that Rad? Like we were walking by each other. He goes, is that... Normally Jacob walks him. So I was like, I put two and two together. I'm like, I'm guessing.
Or he hears you yell Rad. That's how I learned my neighbor's dog's names. They just hear you yell.
I was walking the dog this morning. He goes, is that Rad? I said, yes, it is. And then I, was like, who's this? And he's like, this is Alfie. So Rad and Alfie know each other. They're very friendly. They were trying to play. They were trying to like chase.
Yeah.
Like, they're doing the whole stance, the whole dog stance. Like, yeah.
That's how you learn your neighbor's names.
Cute. But I was like, man, I really don't get out in my neighborhood very often, do I? All the neighbors know my dog. They don't know who I am.
This is what I was going to say. You know how I have the rubber band wallet?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Well, I took it out to pay for something.
Oh, God.
In Nashville.
In front of someone.
In front of wait.
Oh, God.
So we go to the bar. I take it out, but then Jeff was expensing everything, so I just didn't. He's like, I think that's a red flag. So he asked the bartender, "Is that a red flag?" And I have 3 cards in cash.
Is your rubber band
and a rubber band
a red flag? Is that what he was asking?
He asked the bartender if it's a red flag, and she's like, I don't think it's that bad. So then he's like, and then I saw him. You know when you see someone store something in their mind for later?
Yeah. So
we go to interview Megan Maroney, who is, again, cripplingly hot and has like the biggest song ever and, is publicly very single. And then people think I'm a country star now.
Yeah.
And he goes, all right, we're here with Megan Maroney. Justin, take out your wallet. And I'm like,
oh, God.
He's like, is this a red flag? And she goes, 100%.
Oh.
But then I explained my strategy. I have summer and winter wallet, okay? I've explained this before. I wear the same pair of shorts, like 7 different colors during the summer. Some the same color twice. Has a small zipper on the side. That's summer wallet. That's a rubber band. And then in the winter, I switch over to the leather wallet.
Okay.
And I said this out loud, and she goes, but it's the fall. And I went, I have no defense. And then she just shut down for the rest of the interview.
Oh, boy.
It was awful. I was shooting my shot, and my wallet screwed me.
Well, now, are you going to move away from the rubber band?
No.
Can we just get you a very thin wallet?
I have a thin wallet. It's not summer wallet.
Yeah, but you can.
I
almost bought you a wallet the other day. There's a store
called Wallets.
In downtown Doylestown. It's the kind of wallet that I was telling you about, the one that Jacob has.
It's like plasticky.
It's like skin. It's like.
You know what I really. You know
that wasn't the right way to describe.
You know what's less red flaggy than a rubber band? Skin wallet.
Skin thin is what I mean.
Skin wallet.
No, it's not. First of all,
it's made from.
It's like spandexy.
Okay.
So
somehow this is getting worse.
So it looks like the size of a key card.
Yeah.
You know, like
do you
this.
have to put moisturizer
like
on it to
key
keep
cards? It's like this size. These
okay.
key cards we used to get in the building.
Skin wallet. Yeah.
These. But they're elasticy and they've got two sides. So you can just slide cards inside of them and it stays super thin.
Okay.
And it just feels like nothing in your pocket. That's why I was trying to convince you to get one of those.
Can I pick like freshly shaven or hairy for the skin wallet?
No.
Like during the winter, I'll have the hairy
get
wallet.
One. You know what? I'm just going to get one. I'm going to bring it in. If you don't like it, I'll give it to Jacob.
And then I'll message her on Instagram. Hey, Megan Maroney.
Look,
no more red flag wallet.
This is brilliant.
We did the bit, Deanna, and then iHeart stole it on the red carpet, the red flag bit. They saw our video and they stole it.
What?
The wallet. They stole it.
No way.
Screw it. Whoever stole it, I hate you. It popped up. I was so pissed.
What do you mean? Like,
we did the red flag wallet thing. We were like, what's it? We were like, oh, this is a red flag. And then we went to other red flags. And then someone did it the next day. It was the only artist my seat just broke because I'm so upset.
Of course they did.
And they took it. I was not upsset. That was it.
Those thieves. Well, listen, imitation is the sincerest form of flattery.
Unless you're doing impressions of hosts at your radio station you work at. But, you know, imitation. I was pissed, though.
Oh,
I worked hard on that for 4 seconds before we said red flag. Oh, my God. Someone stole it from me. What else did I do besides that? Yesterday I just slept. This is going to be way too much TMI, but I don't care. This is the first time that I went on vacation and I got vacation constipation.
Oh no, you're backed up.
I didn't feel bad, like you feel.
Yeah.
But like I'm normal usually.
Oof.
So I was taking probiotics.
How long did it last?
Like 4 days.
Oh, see, you're lucky because I'm watching.
And I felt myself get bigger.
I'm watching Bachelor in Paradise.
And they don't poop on that show?
And Sam is a girl on the show who was backed up for 9 days.
And is she like a small person?
Super tiny. I'm like, where is it? No,
you don't see like a little bump thing, like a little.
On the 10th day, though, the doctor made her leave paradise
because she didn't.
She had to go. She had to go do something about it, like get an enema or something.
Imagine, I thought I was gonna have to enema me.
Yeah,
an enema in Tennessee.
That's like bad. You can't be backed up for too long. 10 days is like the danger zone for doctors.
I thought
I learned so much on Bachelor in Paradise. Who would have thought?
About my GI tract. Imagine you're how old do you think she is on the show?
I think I remember
early 20s.
I'm pretty sure she's 26.
All right, she's 26. So still figuring out life.
Yeah.
She's like, you know what? I've yet to find love. I'm gonna go on this show. Now most people go on the show to get famous, so she's probably going on to get famous. Does Bachelor in Paradise come after?
No, she could be older.
But she's trying to find love.
Either way, she's younger than me. That's all that matters.
So she was on The Bachelor first, and then you go on Bachelor in Paradise.
Yeah.
Okay. So she's like, I got through The Bachelor. I was pooping fine. And then they gave me this opportunity to go to Bachelor in Paradise, where it's the hottest people.
Yeah.
The hottest. And she didn't win because she couldn't poop.
And
they're in paradise where most people poop more. Pooping in paradise, all right?
And she made a connection, which made it even more sad.
They'll never forget her, though.
She found a guy that she was really getting along with. No, but she had to leave him. Like they couldn't continue because she had to go.
Do you think
she had to go because she couldn't go?
What's that like DM like after the show? Like, hey, remember when I couldn't poop? That's how you slide in. I'm gonna start doing that to girls. Did you make today? I need to be with a girl who has the same IBS that I do. That's who else is scared when they don't poop for 4 days? That's who I want to marry. I was eating
awful.
oatmeal. I was eating probiotics. This is a real thing. That's why I'm talking about this. I was like chugging sodas.
Yeah.
Jeff also doesn't drink coffee, only Diet Mountain Dew. So I was slamming Mountain Dews.
God.
When you know what's scary? When you pour Mountain Dew into a clear glass and put ice in it, it looks like you're drinking chemicals, like radioactive
slime?
stuff. Yeah, like slime. So I'm like,
Did you see slime coming out of the sewers and manholes in New York City?
Was it green like Nickelodeon?
Yes, there's a video.
Oh, is this like is Nickelodeon coming back? Oh.
Of like green sludge just like oozing.
I would that stuff to me, I automatically think like viral marketing.
What is
right?
that and how does it happen?
That's the dirty water hot dogs coming back. Like the hot dog water, they dump it down the drain.
I don't even want to know. I didn't look at the video. I didn't read more because I didn't want to know.
So it could have been marketing.
Ignorance is bliss.
It could be marketing.
No,
or something.
I don't know.
But yeah, that was how I couldn't poop for a couple days.
Jeez.
I was legit scared. I was doing jumping jacks. You know what I started? You know what I started doing?
What?
You know how they have all those like wives' tales and how to like go into labor quicker?
Oh yeah.
Like,
Were you doing that? Like those kinds of stretches and stuff?
I was eating hot chicken.
Moving around.
Oh, I was doing yoga.
Yeah.
In the thing.
You're like doing the whole like bendy leg thing. You know, like
the corkscrew one. I did a couple poses.
Lay on your back and like squeeze your knees to your chest.
Yeah. Then you roll the side. I ate hot chicken. I ate I almost did kombucha, but I don't like it. It's too gross for me. I would just like go in the shower and just hope the hot water. I was massaging my own gut. I was legit. It was like I'm like the thing was I didn't want it to happen while like interviewing.
Did you try reflexology? Like there's like pressure points that you could, you know,
shove my finger in my ear. If I flush my ear, it'll come out the other end.
I'm pretty sure there's like a pressure point on your foot or your hand.
See, I don't want to try it now because I have to drive
not
home.
here.
But there, at least there was a nice
try
bathroom.
It here.
We're never able to use a studio again.
The good news is that this is almost over. We're at 32 minutes.
Oh, I don't have to go. Oh, I did go. If you're wondering, everybody, I did go.
Oh, you've gone. Okay.
I've gone.
You made.
My body just rejected itself.
Good for you.
That was my trip to Nashville.
I saw Wicked at the Kimmel Center the Academy of Music.
Did she fly?
Well, yeah.
Did they fly? I don't know in the traveling show if they fly.
They do.
Okay.
And so I have a friend in it.
Is he? What does he do in the show?
He's an understudy for Fiyero, which is the love interest.
Is that a lead?
That's a lead-ish part. He was Fiyero 2 nights before I went. And with the night we went, he was ensemble. It was still amazing. Is
he on stage?
Super talented
for ensemble
the whole time, basically.
Okay,
because I know there's people multiple roles.
There's people who just sing off stage, like they're just like you're not on tonight. You're
he's in like almost every scene. He plays multiple roles. You know,
just like fakes that he has a drink in the background and stuff. Like you got to overact it. You got it in the back. Yeah.
He's so super talented. Every place we've lived, I've been able to see him in a show. When we lived in California,
what was he in?
I saw him in Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat in San Jose.
Was he Joseph? Or was he the Dreamcoat? He
was one of the brothers.
Wait
a minute. Was he Joseph? Now I'm forgetting. What part he played.
This is hilarious. I get Jesus Christ Superstar and Joseph and the Technicolor Dreamcoat confused.
He was Jesus.
I thought the show was Jesus wearing a tie-dye jacket. This is real.
Close.
What's Joseph in the Technicolor Dreamcoat? What's it about?
Oh, well that's it. It's about Joseph and his brothers and
so it is about Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's 2 Jesus musicals.
Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
Sure. We saw him when we were living in Nevada.
Okay.
He was in Vegas and he was in Rock of Ages.
Okay.
And he was Stacey Jacks. He was so damn good.
That's such a metal name.
So cool. And then we saw him just the other night in Philly because he's on the tour of Wicked, and he is so talented. And this is not an ad, but if you live in this area,
here for a while.
They're selling out. Tickets are selling out. There's like limited tickets.
I would argue
you have to go.
Like top 5 most popular musicals of all time.
It's my 3rd time seeing Wicked, and I cry every time.
I know. I've never seen it, but I know the songs. I met Kristen Chenoweth though, so that's my claim. I saw kind of Wicked.
Love it.
She hugged me. She smelled nice.
And we interviewed Adina Menzel.
We did
at our old radio
station.
station.
Oh my God! Wait, that means between the 2 of us, we have
Full
witches.
cast.
I almost said the B witches.
We have witches in different area codes.
does he find out like jeez. When you're the understudy, don't they tell you like an hour before? They're like,
yeah.
click into it. And then
He was like,
well,
the day of, I think. Somehow, I don't know, you figure it out during rehearsal, but. Yeah.
Like, go on. And then that's it. And then he's Fierro.
Yeah. It's just so good. Anyway, it was an amazing show, so I highly recommend it.
Did you sing in the audience?
No.
Do people do?
Oh, people do.
Well,
because someone next to me was humming the melody to almost every song.
Like popular.
And
you're gonna be popular.
No, there were like little kids behind me. That's a little bit more acceptable.
Well, that song's
they're
very
like
popular.
10 years old and they were singing popular, so whatever. I get that.
Yeah.
But I think the grown man sitting next to me was humming
Defying Gravity.
half the songs, and I almost turned to him and said, I didn't come here for you.
Yeah, I didn't come here for Ricked. Rick, I came
Ricked.
here for Wicked. Okay? Rick, are you? I came here for Alphaba, not Alphaba.
It's
okay,
not the Ricked National Tour.
Yeah. My buddy Alphaba. No, I came here for Alphaba. And then what's the other girl's name?
Whatever, they were enjoying it.
What are their names? The witches' names?
Alphaba
and
Glinda.
Glinda.
But you have to know the story. I'm not going to give it away.
No, but I know the two.
Yeah,
there's two witches.
But there's a reason I said Linda.
Linda, but it's Glinda.
Glinda.
Which is from the original movie.
It's a very, very, very good story of the underdog, and it tells you why Elphaba became the Wicked Witch of the West.
Okay.
It's really good. Go see it.
But she's good in the show.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I don't want to give anything away.
It's been out for 25 years.
But a lot of people haven't seen it.
All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, spoiler, go.
Okay, spoiler.
I love how the pause there.
She's very good. She wants to do good.
The green.
Yes. She wants to do good.
Okay.
But there are a series of events throughout her life that cause her to give all that up. You have to see it.
Is she at the end? Is she bad?
Yeah.
So it's not a happy ending.
Well, no. It is.
She sings at the end.
You just go see it.
It's sold out. Who the hell am I going to go with? Half the country stars hate me now because they looked at my wallet. That's a weird first date. You want to go see Wicked?
All right.
Look, you sure you like tricks?
I'm gonna buy you a new wallet.
And maybe I'll go see
You're
Wicked.
gonna message. What's her name?
Megan Maroney.
Megan Maroney.
She sings Tennessee Orange.
Okay.
It's a good song.
Okay.
She's great hair. Big ponytail. I was going to say that, but then I was like, maybe I shouldn't say. You have a large pony. Perfect pony, if you will.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
Right. This is the longest podcast we've ever done.
We had a lot to talk about.
We did. We haven't caught up.
10 minutes on me not pooping.
We haven't caught up in a while. All right.
What do we say stuff at the end here?
Go to our website, DeannaandJustin.com. Let's see. You can email us. We have been getting some emails. There are some people that are like just kind of a little behind in figuring out that we're no longer on the radio station we used to be on.
This is what happens.
And so I've been getting some of those messages. Yes, some people are just figuring it out now. So
and some people won't figure out for
welcome.
Like a year.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
Anyway, DeannaandJustin.com for everything you need. Follow us on social media at Deanna and Justin in the morning. Follow, like, share, subscribe.
That works.
And yeah.
And don't be the Wicked Witch of the West.
Sure.
East. Are they both Wicked Witches? Okay.
See, it's part of the story,
okay.
and I don't want to give that away.
Now I have to go see it.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye, mayonnaise.